Very good morning, all of you. Let's start with our next part from the Wumpus World environment. Yesterday we have started with the Wumpus World problem or the Wumpus World environment. Yesterday already we have discussed regarding the basic details of what exactly the Wumpus World environment is, and who has developed this particular game, and using which language it is being developed, then how it is being played, okay, what is exact structure of it, etc., etc. Also we have discussed about the various elements of the Wumpus World environment like pit, stench, breach, arrow, gold, bump, scream, etc. As well as we have discussed the basic action that is being performed by the our knowledge based agent or the AI agent in the Wumpus World environment. Like action we have discussed the move, turn, grab, shoot, etc., etc. Also we have discussed regarding the what exactly is the goal of the game. Goal of the game is nothing but grab the gold and return from the that cave to the home without being killed by the Wumpus or the without being killed by the monster. And lastly, we have discussed some of the awards that is being given to the agent, to the knowledge based agent accordingly, like 100 points for the if he come out with the gold and reach to the home without being killed. 1 point will be given to the agent. Sorry, 1 point will be reduced from the score of the agent for every action that agent will take. 10 points will be reduced from the score of the agent if he use the arrow, and 200 points will be reduced if the agent get killed or that player will get killed. Now next important question that is always being asked in the exam, that is nothing but the peace properties of the Wumpus world. 4 mark number of times this question is asked, peace properties of Wumpus world environment. Now what exactly these peace properties that today we are going to discuss? Okay, here peace properties stand for the actually this P is for the performance measure, E is for the environment, A is for the actuators, and S is for the sensors. So by for that is the reason the name given to this particular property as a peace property. Okay, and today we are going to discuss this peace property in details one by one. So in that first we have the first piece properties of the Wumpus World environment is the performance measures. In the sense, when the AI agent will go on exploring or go on searching in the cave, okay, for the gold, how its performance will be get measured. Understood? What are the parameters, metrics for the measurement of the performance of that particular, what we can say, the AI agent or the knowledge base agent. And for that purpose there are the certain performance measures are being given. Okay, if you see we have the first performance measure, in that you can say agent get the gold, and if he return back safely without being killed, so it's for the as a part of his performance measure he will be given the plus 100 points. If the agent will get die, the 100 points or the minus 200 points that will be reduced from its score. If it dies, then the game is finished, and definitely the agent is losing that game. Okay, so here as I told you, depends on the game developer. It is a game developer can decide whether to minus the 100 points or the 200 points. Okay, so we can consider in the previous slide we have seen the 200 points if agent dies. So here you can see here should be the 200 points should be minus if the agent get dies. For whatever the action that will be taken by the agent, action like move, shoot, grab, etc., 1 point will get minus. And if the agent utilizes the arrow, minus 10 point will be done from the total score of that agent. So these are the different performance measures. Okay. So in the performance measures, you can see the only the what points we have seen in the awards, that only put in the performance measure. Understood the first piece property? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Nothing.
sir.
Only the point we have discussed, that is being put in the performance measure. Okay. Then next important we have next piece property, we have the environment. Now, what do you mean by the environment? Already I told you. What do you mean by the environment? Now, what is the environment for the knowledge based agent or the AI agent or this player in case of the Wumpus World environment or in case of the Wumpus World game? What is the environment for that agent? Tell me. First, tell me what do you mean by the environment? Environment म्हणजे काय in case of the artificial intelligence?
Surrounding area.
Yes. Hmm. Can't hear you.
Surrounding
Repeat.
area.
Surrounding area means
Surrounding area.
where the particular that
Surrounding area.
robot agent are working, that is nothing but the environment for that particular AI agent. Now in case of our this game, what is the surrounding area for the agent?
Cave.
Cave itself is nothing but the environment for our agent. So as I told you, a cave with the 16 rooms, that is the 4 by 4, is nothing but the environment for our AI agent. Also in that room adjacent, not diagonally to the Wumpus, are stinking. That is also the one of the environment. Room adjacent to the Wumpus are stinking means what? What does it mean? Room adjacent to the Wumpus are stinking. Stink means what? Stink. Yes, Fenal, what do you mean by the stink? What is the meaning of stink?
Sir, we can say it as smell.
Yes,
Bad smell.
bad smell. Stink is the another, we can say the synonyms, samanarthi shabda for the stench. Understood. So this is also the part of the environment. Okay. Then room adjacent, not diagonally. Room adjacent to the pit are breezy, the kind of good smell we can see. Okay. That is also the part of the environment. Then the room with the glitters, the room with the gold glitters, that is also the part of environment. Okay, the room where the gold is present, from that you can see the glittery kind of rays used to become. Okay, त्याला आपण चकाकी किंवा चमकणे म्हणतो. Okay, that is also the part of the environment. And agent initial position, that is the room number 1 facing the right side of the Wumpus, that is also the one part of our one part of the environment of this particular agent or the knowledge based agent. So that is the part of our that is our second property of the Wumpus World environment. That is what the environment itself. Understood the second property?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then let's see the next. Then next, importantly, we have the actuators. Okay, as we have described the piece property as a PEAS, in that first we have discussed the uh, performance measures. Okay, that is done. Second is the environment, and next we have the A for the actuators. Now, what do you mean by the actuators? Tell me. Already I told you in the previous some lectures. What is the actuators? Yes. Why the actuators are needed in case of the robots? Hmm?
For movement.
For movement. Okay, these actuators, now these actuators is the name given to the different devices. Okay, now actuators is the actually this word is taken from the another word, that is the action.
Action.
Okay, now what are the, do you know any kind of devices which is being used in the robotics to perform the actions? Already told you, I already told you. In the robot there is to be a motor. I hope all of you are know. Okay, we have that part in the details in the second half of our subject. But just for your knowledge, actuators, their example of actuators are nothing but the different kinds of motors used to be there, different kind of another devices used to be there, which are used to perform the actions. In the motors also there are the different types of motor, pneumatic motors, then there are the, okay, other different kinds of kinetic, etc., etc. Different kinds of motors are used to be there. Okay, that we'll see in the details in our second half of the subject. But here, in case of the piece properties of the Wumpus World environment, we have the third property, that is the actuators. So actuators are nothing but the devices that allow the agent to perform the action. Understood? So if the agent want to move from one location to the another location in that cave, there is a need of the some kind of devices, that is nothing but the actuators. So actuators is also the one of the properties of the Wumpus World environment. Now, what kind of action that has to be performed by our AI agent or the knowledge based agents, that are nothing but like moving forward, turning left, turning right by 90 degrees, shooting the arrow, grabbing the gold, okay, releasing the arrow, etc., etc. Understood? So for these all the purpose of these all, for all these action, there is a need of the actuators, and that is nothing but our third property of Wumpus World environment. Got the third property?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And lastly, importantly, we have the sensors. Now tell me, now already I told you the different kind of perception that has to be done by the our agent. Now, if the agent want to percept something, what he needs, just like yeah, previous property we have discussed, if the agent want to make the movement, there is a need of the actuators. So if the agent want to percept something, what he need?
Sensors.
We need the sensors. Okay, perception is done by with the help of the sensors. Now there are the multiple kind of sensor used to be there currently, okay, which is being utilized by the this kind of AI agent. But here, in case of our Wumpus World environment, we need the kind of sensor which is being utilized for the specific purpose. So here I have mentioned the sensors are nothing but the kind of devices which help the agent to sense the different kind of uh, perception, or to sense the different kind of things from the environment. Now specifically, in case of our Wumpus World environment, the kind of sense we are going to have is nothing but, first we need the sensors related with sensing the bridge. Okay, we need the sensor to sense the good smell. Understood? For that purpose we need the different kind of sensor. Okay, then we need the another kind of sensor to sense the stench or the stinking smell or the bad smell. For that also we need the sensor. Then we need the visual sensors. I hope you are getting the meaning of visual sensors. Yes, visual sensors. Visual sensors means what?
To detect any kind of obstacle in between their way.
obstacle or to detect some kind of or specific kind of vision, yes or no? Now in order to detect there is a what you can say, golden rays are coming from environment. Now in order to detect that, there is a need of the visual sensor, so that the glittering rays can be detected by the AI agent or by that knowledge base agents. Understood? For that purpose, the visual sensor will require. Then he need the some kind of sensor to to hear something, to hear something. Just like we have our ears, we have our ears for the purpose of what? To hear something. Yes or no? Now, for the purpose of this
Yes, sir.
artificial agent, there is a need of this kind of sensor using which that agent can hear something. त्याला काहीतरी ऐकू येईल या पद्धतीचं काय पाहिजे तिथं सेन्सर पाहिजे. आता इन केस ऑफ आवर वंपस वर्ल्ड एन्व्हायरमेंट वी नीड द hearing sensors in order to heard about the scream. Understood that the scream will be generated when the wumpus will be get killed or the agent will be get killed. Now to heard that, we also need that kind of sensor. Then we also need the sensor to detect the bump also. Now these kind of sensor also always used to be there in the modern cars. Understood? Bump. Yesterday I told you what do you mean by the bump. जर एजंट कुठंतरी धडकला तर ते डिटेक्ट करण्यासाठी सुद्धा काय पाहिजे आपल्याला? We need that kind of sensors. Understood? For the purpose of detection of the bump, here I have written when the agent hits the wall, that thing also should be get detected, and for that purpose we need the that kind of sensors. Understood the fourth properties?
Yes.
Okay, that is related with the sensors. Here some more details I have written. Okay, same that we have discussed in the another words. The agent will perceive or sense the stench if he is in the room adjacent to the wumpus. This thing you should keep in mind, because in the next lecture we are going to apply this thing while playing the game. Understood? This thing you should keep in mind, like the agent will perceive or agent will sense the stench if he is in the adjacent to the wumpus. जर एजंट वम्पसच्या शेजारच्या रूम मध्ये असेल तर त्याला काय एक बॅड स्मेल येईल. अंडरस्टूड? दॅट इज फॉर दॅट पर्पज वी नीड द सेन्सर. The agent will pursue the breach if he is in the room directly adjacent to the pit. जर तो एजंट कुठे असेल, if the agent is on the neighbor of the pit, then that agent must pursue the breach, and from that perception agent can take the decision in which direction he should move. Okay, then the agent will pursue the glitter in the room where the gold is present. जर एजंट त्या रूम मध्ये गेला ज्या रूम मध्ये काय ठेवलंय, गोल्ड ठेवलंय, तर त्याला तिथं परसिव्ह काय झालं पाहिजे, ग्लिटरिंग व्हिज्युअल त्याला तिथं परसिव्ह झालं पाहिजे. देन ओनली ही कॅन अंडरस्टँड नाव ही हॅज रीच टू द रूम वेअर द गोल्ड इज बिंग placed. Okay, then agent will also receive the bump if he walks into the wall. Understood? When the wumpus is shot, it emits the horrible scream which can be perceived by anywhere in the queue. When the wumpus will get killed, he will scream, and that kind of sound also must be get detected. Okay, so this is all about the different kind of properties, that is the peace properties of the Wumpus world environment. I hope all of you have got these peace properties.
Yes, sir.
What is the first one?
Performance measures.
Second,
Environment.
environment. Third,
Actuators.
and last,
Sensors.
what happening? What is
Sensor.
what is the first one? What is the performance measure means what?
Add and sub. Add and minus points like plus
That is
100, minus 100.
performance measure related with
Performance.
the scoring of the that agent.
Scoring.
Then second,
Yes.
what is that?
Cues 4x4 16 rooms.
की कुठल्या सराउंडिंग एरियामध्ये एजंट तो आहे, व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ rooms are there, caves, etc. These different things are there in the surrounding area of that particular agent is nothing but the environment. Third, actuators, different kind of devices that will be required for the agent to perform the actions. And lastly, we have discussed that is the different kind of sensors that will be required by that particular agent. Okay, 2 marks question can be asked on the Wumpus world characterization. Okay, characteristic of the Wumpus world. In that first characteristic, we have the fully observable. Fully observable, is the Wumpus world environment is the fully observable? No. This fully observable property is what? No. Only for the AI agent, only the local perception is available. Means what? What do you mean by the first property, fully observable property is no? What do you mean by that? Wumpus world environment पूर्ण ऑब्झर्वेबल आहे का?
नाही.
नाही. कसं ऑब्झर्वेबल आहे? हाऊ इट इज ऑब्झर्वेबल? ओनली द लोकल परसेप्शन. म्हणजे काय?
सर जिथं एजंट प्रेझेंट आहे तेवढंच.
एजंट ज्या रूम मध्ये आहे ओनली साइड बाय एरिया ही कॅन परसेप्ट. अंडरस्टूड? फॉर एक्झाम्पल ही कॅन परसेप्ट अबाउट द ऍडजस्टंट रूम. That's why it is considered as what? The local perception. That's why the fully observable property is what? No. Is it deterministic?
Yes.
Wumpus world environment problem is the deterministic? Yes. Why it is said as a yes?
So gold
कारण फायनल काहीतरी आउटपुट येणार आहे.
येस.
नाही गोल्डच येईल असं नाहीये. ओके, will the agent will grab the gold and he will return to the home, याची आपण श्युरिटी देऊ शकत नाही. डिटर्मिनिस्टिक मीन्स व्हॉट? फायनली काहीतरी आउटपुट येणार आहे. म्हणजे काय? वेदर द एजंट विल विन द गेम और एजंट माइट बी लूज द गेम. That's why it is considered as what? The deterministic. Got the second characteristic? All of you got the second characteristic?
Yes sir.
की काहीतरी आउटपुट येणार आहे.
मी काय तिकडे बाहेर जाऊन बसले की इथं बसलेले.
Switch off your mic. Okay, so second property, second characteristic is deterministic. That is yes, outcomes exactly specified की कोण जिंकणार आहे आणि कधी जिंकू शकतो, कोण हारणार आहे आणि कधी हारू शकतो. That is exactly specified. Then that is the static. Is the static characteristic can be applied to the Wumpus world environment? Yes. What do you mean by these static? Yes, की इथं Wumpus आणि pits, they are not going to move. You are getting what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, sir.
खड्डे एका जागेपासून दुसरीकडे मूव्ह होतील का? नाही होणार.
नाही.
आणि Wumpus आता इथं अज्युम केलेलं आहे की Wumpus सुद्धा मूव्ह होणार नाही. मॉन्स्टर, कारण मॉन्स्टर काय थोडे आळशी असतात. They are used to be some lazy. Yes or no? So that's why the static property is also applied here. Single agent is there. Only one agent आहे, बरोबर?